Ooh wee. Okay. It has been a while. It's been a long, long, long time. Let's see. See anybody on here? But I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Whoever wants to see it, they can do the playthrough. They can watch the replay. But I was given a revelation on this, and I'm guilty about it too. Sometimes I had to stop myself once I got the revelation, because I always ask God. I ask questions. They say you don't question God. I tell people all the time that no, that's not true. You can actually ask God for wisdom, understand what you need understanding for. And people always say that you have to be careful what you post on social medias, on Facebook, but you careful what you broadcast, what you put out there. I always wanted to know why you can't express yourself and you can't just be you and all that stuff. All that sounds good, but God gave me a reason as to why you have to be careful what you put out there, what you post, because I'm gonna give you the first reason. Get right into it. One, you wind up. What was that? Okay, yeah, you wind up. What if you post on? Let's just say, whatever you advertise, whatever you broadcast, people see it. Just like if you're going fishing, whatever bait you want to put out there determine what type of fish you want to catch. So, what's up, Terica? So if you wanna attract positive people in your life, you post positivity. You put positive energy out there. You emit positive energy. If you want to attract negative, you put negative energy out there. If you want to, let's just say, if you post that you just got robbed, let's say somebody robbed you or something, and you post that, you're going to attract other people that want to do the same thing. Why is that? It's because you got predators out there in this world. Just like if an animal is wounded. If you got a gazelle or something out there that's wounded, a lion ain't gonna feel sorry for no wounded animal, especially if they're hungry. They're gonna try to get what they can get. That's an easy catch for them. That's lunch. You're not gonna make people feel sorry for you just because you post that you broken, that you post your current situation. This is not the world for us to do that with. That's why you have to have special people that you might confide in, that you might can trust, that you might can talk to about certain situations. If it's really, really, really too much for you to deal with, you confide in certain people. You have to really be careful what you put out there, because when you put that energy out there, you go to attracting people that's gonna try to take advantage. If you put negative energy out there, you're just gonna attract more negative energy. You're gonna attract negative things, negative people. Like I said, for one, it makes you prey. It makes you a target. Like I said, if you post, "Hey, I'm lonely," or if you're always posting that, you're gonna attract people that's gonna try to take advantage of you. Especially if you got you're doing good for yourself. Let's say you're doing good for yourself. You got yourself together. You got everything going on for you. If you posting that kind of, it's just gonna attract people that's gonna try to take advantage of you. It's gonna attract folks. If you say, "Don't nobody love me, don't nobody care about me," you're gonna attract folks that's gonna try to use you, because you got folks out here that ain't trying to do right. You got people that ain't thinking about doing right. So you're gonna attract those kind of folks. You making yourself a target. You bleed and you jump into the ocean. Here come the sharks. See what I'm saying? So that's why I'm giving the revelation as I was giving it. as it was given to me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I used to question this. I used to think, hey, you can't tell me what to post, man. You can't. I'm posting. I'm doing me. I'm expressing myself. It's a little deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Whatever you put out there, it's a reason. It's a reason why people say, be careful what you post, what you say, what you do. It's a reason. And that's one of the reasons, because if you want positive people around you, if you want positive energy coming back to you, you have to be careful. You have to make sure you put that out there. Whatever you post out there, whatever you put, whatever you broadcasting, it ain't just on social media. Whatever you broadcasting to the public, you know what I'm saying? If you walking around like you just broken, like you just hurt, like you just damaged, like it's something, like everything just wrong with you, you're gonna attract people that's gonna you're gonna make yourself a target. You're making yourself a target. But if you walk around like your head up high, like everything is under control, like it's good, well, it's not like you faking, it's not like you pretending, but you don't want to be a target. You want to be like, okay, God got it under control. You don't want to be like it's just it's me, everything is terrible, everything. Man, somebody, the wrong person see that, they're gonna take you out. They're gonna take advantage of you. They're gonna try to use you. They're gonna try to misuse you. You're gonna attract those type of people. You're gonna attract that. So that's why I say that. It's gonna be you're gonna make your life harder when you put that out there. That's one, you making yourself a target. Two, what if you keep saying that stuff? Like I said, it's okay to vent to the right people when you're not okay and all that. But if you keep putting that stuff out there, now you're you're not giving God the opportunity to do what He needs to do in your life. Cause you putting out there was something that's not other things that may be of an evil report. It's you making yourself you destroying whatever witness that God is trying to give you. Just like if He have you doing ministry, He have you praise dancer, praise and preaching or whatever it is He have you doing, and you post that post about brokenness and all that kind of stuff. Not only are you going to attract broken people in your life, are you going to attract people that need healing, people that need help. You're going to attract all these kind of people. Not only that, you're sending out the message that what you represent ain't real. Because now it's okay, like I said, it's okay to be human, it's okay to be vulnerable to certain people. But we have to still protect our witness. We have to still speak the word out into the atmosphere. Whatever you put in the atmosphere, you want to be careful what you put out there into the atmosphere, out there into the public, out there. If you don't want to be broadcasting it to the world that you hurt, that you broken, that this and this and that, and you preach, because you have people that may not believe on the same level that you believe. That okay, they see you doing that, they may believe okay, it's well, ain't nothing wrong with if pastor so and so doing it, minister so and so doing it. I mean, I don't know how real is God. You can have people, you may confuse some people. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking out of both sides of your, you're talking out of both sides of your neck. So it can be confusing. It can confuse some people. It can mislead some people. And if you say it long enough, your mind gonna create a reality around that. Because you're gonna think that's all life ever is. Gonna be depression. That's all life ever is loneliness. That's all life ever is. That's all life ever is negativity. But that's not what life is all about. Life is good. Life is whatever you make it. But if we sit around and we post a lot of negative stuff, a lot of negative energy, we exert that out there. We just showing that one, we're a target, and two, what we represent and what we try to do is not real. If we don't believe it, how we expect other people to believe what we post and what we do and what we represent? Like if I'm ministering, if I'm ministering music or something like that, I'm gonna pray. How I'm expect other people to be drawn into what I'm trying to do if I don't believe it myself? If I'm going spreading it, I can have a lot of faith, but if I'm posting a lot of negative stuff, they might not believe it. People might not believe it. They're gonna see that stuff, and people gonna judge you, whether you believe it or not, whether it's supposed to happen or not. People gonna judge it. It's just what it is. We can't get around it. We can't do nothing about it. We're gonna be judged. That's just the way it is. So if you want people to follow you, if you want people to believe what you represent, what you're saying, you want people to stand behind you, we have to put positivity on it. We have to put positivity into the atmosphere. Like I said, one, it makes you, because you don't want to. One, it makes you a target. You don't want to attract the wrong people. You want to attract strong, healthy-minded people. You put that kind of stuff out there. You speak positivity. You speak strong stuff. You speak positive stuff. You put all that out there. If you want to attract good-hearted, kind-hearted people, you put good, kind-hearted energy out there. You put that kind of stuff out there. That way, you could attract those type of people. Because if you putting brokenness out there, you're going to attract broken people. Why do I always attract broken people? Why I always got to fix up somebody else? Why people always come to me that's broken? That's what you put out there. You constantly saying that you broken. You constantly saying that you sad. You constantly saying that you depressed. You constantly saying that you tired. Constantly saying that you want to give up. This and this and that. You putting it out there, even though you may feel this way on the inside sometimes. But if you putting it out there constantly in the atmosphere, you're gonna just attract those people. You're gonna attract people that don't mean you no good. You're gonna attract people that want to see you fall. You're gonna attract people that's waiting on your downfall. You're gonna attract folks that just might be haters. You're gonna attract folks, other people that's broken, other people that's down, other people that's so until we get away from that type of mindset to that type of thinking, I'm not saying we're never gonna go through nothing. I'm not saying we're never gonna fall. We're never gonna deal with nothing. We're never gonna have depression. We're never gonna. Not saying that. What I'm saying is, once we get our mind on trying to, on striving to do better, striving to go higher, striving to on positivity, get our mind on the things of the Lord, what He wants to do, what He wants to focus on, where He wants to go, we tend to attract those type of people. We're gonna attract that type of. We're gonna bring that type of energy, because God's gonna. He's gonna match that energy. He's gonna send those type of people in your life. You're gonna, because, like I say, even I've noticed a difference. When I tend to attract now more healthy-minded people, more positive people, because I had to change some things around. I had to do some things myself. Because, like I said, I'm guilty of this kind of stuff. That's why God gave me the revelation, because I got the experience. I always teach from experience. I'll never just tell y'all something I don't know nothing about. Because, like I said, I used to do this kind of stuff all the time. I was like, okay. But I found myself always attracting negative people, broken people, down people, messed up people, tore up people, users, people that, because it was the energy I was putting out. You have to change. If you want to change what's coming in, you have to change what you're putting out there. I'm saying, if you want to change what's coming into your life, you have to change what you're putting out. You have to change. You have to repaint that picture. You can't put out brokenness and expect healed people to come into your life. It's just not gonna work. It's just not the way it works. I wish it worked different. I wish you could put out that kind of energy and receive, but it's just not how it works. I'm just explaining how it works. Tell you how it works. You're gonna attract whatever it is you're putting out. You wanna you put that energy out there. That's why God tells us to say that we healed even though we may not be. He tells us to say everything is great even though it may not be. That's why he tells us to say everything's on the up and up even though the bottom may have fell out. Because we don't want to be a target. We don't want to be a wounded animal. We don't want to be hopping on one leg. We don't want to do that. We don't want to attract the wrong people. That's why because we have to be alert. We have to be aware. We have to be sober minded. Sober minded means we are alert. We are aware. We are conscious. It's not it means being aware of what's around you, with your surroundings. Why say watch as well as pray. All that kind of stuff. We have to know what we have to be aware. That way we'll be able to make certain adjustments. Okay, I'm attracting these type of people. What's going on? I need to be conscious. I need to change some stuff. I need to move some things around so I can get some better results here. Because it's not good here. I don't like this. And then you have like I said, I'm not judging people at all. I'm just saying you're gonna have just like in the jungle, you're gonna have predators, you're gonna have prey. You don't want to be prey. What's that? Yeah, you don't want to be prey. You do not want to be prey. You want to come off as what God wants us to come off of, is having faith. That's why He said He don't give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, sound mind. He wants us to operate in boldness. He wants to speak what His words say. He wants to say what His words say about us. That way, we can declare and decree and all that stuff. He wants to operate in that. That way, we're not a target. Who gonna target the Holy Ghost? Who gonna come against something that's speaking the word of God? You can't. You might have people say they don't believe, but they're not gonna perceive you as being weak. If you always coming off as depressed, as lonely, as down, as hurt, people are gonna see a weak target. But if you say the things of the Lord, if you declare I'm above and not beneath, I'm the head and not the tail, I'm more than a conqueror. You say those things. If you post those things, if you broadcast that kind of stuff, then ain't nobody gonna see that as a target. They're not gonna target that kind of stuff. They're not gonna say, "Oh, that's a weak person." That's not what's gonna come to their mind. If you declare the gospel of the Lord, you declaring what's in the Lord, what God say about you. I shall overcome. I'm this and I'm gonna achieve. I can do all things through Christ to strengthen me. That's not weak. They don't come off as weak. They come off as bold. They come off as faithful. They come off as strong. They come off as So that's the kind of energy we want to put out there. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say we have to be careful for that very reason. Because if we represent God, people are watching us. One, we don't want to be a target. Two, we want people to, if we're doing this, we represent God, we want people to believe what we're doing is real. We want people to believe it. We want it to be genuine. We don't want to be, we singing God's praise one day and then we saying it's all over the next day. It's confusing. It's contradictory. We don't want to do that. That's why I say it's a whole lot more to it than just people telling us what to do when they tell us to be careful what we post. It's a whole lot more to it. And then too, everybody don't need to know your business. Everybody don't need to know what you're going through. Everybody don't need to know your mental state. Sometimes because if you posting it on the internet or you broadcasting out to the world, you might not have a solution for it. That's the number 3. You might not get a solution that you need. It's best to either speak with somebody that can solve that problem, like a therapist, like a counselor. Like I said, ain't no shame in my game. I go to therapy every week. No shame in my game. I do that. I have go to the church, have a good church home, go to therapy. I got all the resources I can get. So you have to vent out to those sources. You might have a close person or friend that you vent to or whatever. But like I said, as far as what you put out in public, you have to be careful. But if you vent in private, But that way, one, you have confidentiality. Two, you doing it to somebody that could potentially solve that problem, that could speak life into you. You need somebody that's going to pour back into you what you putting out. Because if you, especially if you're in ministry, you're always going to be putting out. You're always going to be putting out. You're always going to be, if you're preaching, you're always putting out. If you're a musician, you're always putting out. I done did both for years. You're always putting out. You need people that's going to pour back into you. And you also need to be able to pour back into yourself. Self-care, all that kind of stuff. But as far as broadcasting, what we going through, what we dealing with, everybody don't need to know it. Everybody don't need to know it. It need to be private. That way it can be privately dealt with. See what I'm saying? Because if you broadcasting yourself like that in a negative way, you're making yourself a target. You don't want to be a target. It's not saying this out of judgmental. Not saying it's be judgmental. It's saying it all is for our protection. It's all for our protection. We have to be careful. We really got to be careful. We can't. We can't make ourselves vulnerable to the enemy. But the enemy is out there. He not our friend. He don't care nothing about us. He don't want us to succeed. He don't want us to make it. So he's gonna have. And then it's not only just for us. It's for people that may be watching. Like I said, number two, people may be watching. Folks might be. You got witnesses. You got people that's new in the faith that might be watching. It might cause them to stagger. It might cause them to fall off. It might cause them to not believe. You know, for whatever we put out there, it could influence other people to stumble. So it's just not just for us. It's for other people that may be weak in their faith. So if we put God is this and that, we say good things about the Lord. We speak positivity. It may help not only us, but it may help other people that may be struggling. You might have somebody else that's dealing with the same thing. You don't want to cause them to give up. You don't want to cause them to take their own life or whatever the case may be. You know, so you're doing it for other people. So it's just all about we have to be mindful of that. So we don't want to send the wrong messages out there. We don't want to attract predators. We don't want to do that. We don't want to make ourselves a target. We don't want to influence other people to be discouraged. We don't want to influence other people to give up, to think the world is bad, to think woe is me, to none of that. You know, so we really want to get this thing right. We have to be careful because we don't want to attract the wrong stuff. Because you're gonna draw in the enemy. You're gonna draw that stuff in. That's why God tell us that. You know, because that stuff start registering in your mind. You start believing it. You start thinking that's all it's gonna be. It's just not, and it's not. The stuff we going through is temporary. We have temporary suffering. God give us temporary suffering for eternal peace. You know, so all this is temporary, but we have to put that in our mind. We have to, even if we going, like I say, we're going through. You're gonna go through. You're gonna feel certain things. You're gonna have certain feelings. You're gonna have certain emotions. Not saying you can't express it. Just saying, be careful what you broadcast. You might not be able to say it out public because you got other people watching. Then you got other people. You got predators that's watching. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody on your page is not rooting for you. You got people that's waiting for your downfall. You got folks waiting for you to be on your last leg so they can come and attack. So we don't want that. And we also want people that's watching you, they may be new to the faith, to keep the faith. We want them to keep the faith. You know, that's what we want. So that's why I say he gave me some deep stuff. He helped me out. That's why I'm gonna be in N3. Everybody don't need to know your business. You know, everybody don't need to know it. Only people need to know is the people that can actually do something about it. Either your pastor, either your therapist, or God, somebody, a close friend that you can confidant, a mentor, somebody that you can trust that can give you the right guidance and give you the right direction. So one, you don't want to be a target. Two, you don't want people around you to stumble. And three, everybody don't need to know your business. One, you don't want to be a target. Two, you don't want people that's new to the faith that's around you to stumble. You got new ears, you got new people that's joining Christ too. You don't want them to stumble. You don't want them to fall, especially if you have a title and you posting a bunch of depressing stuff. Three, everybody don't need to know your business. Find people that you can confide in, because everybody's gonna go through, everybody's gonna deal with, and but we, just like when you get home from work, you don't strip down and take a bath in front of everybody. Some things everybody don't need to see. You don't walk around naked in front of everybody. You don't walk around in lingerie in front of everybody. You don't strip and show your Johnson when you're taking a bath. When you're taking a bath, when you're using the bathroom, you don't do that in front of everybody. So everybody don't need to see you naked. Everybody don't need to see you naked physically. Everybody don't need to see you naked in the spirit. Okay? So everybody don't need to see it. Some things need to be reserved for certain people. The access need to be. You don't give everybody access. If you give everybody that access, it's gonna be it's not good. So you don't want that. Everybody shouldn't see you naked. In the spirit, physically, you know what I mean. You know what I mean spiritual right now. You know I'm talking spiritual right now. But physically either though. Just saying. So we have to keep those things private for a reason. When we go to posting stuff, we call it keeping it real. When you say you want to commit suicide, you want to do certain things, you say you depressed, or you say you broken, you say don't nobody love you, you posting all that kind of stuff, you're going to attract vultures, you're going to attract sharks, you're going to attract wolves, you're going to attract all the wrong stuff. Because everybody's not trying to do right. Everybody don't care about you. Everybody don't love you. We should love one another. It should be that way. We were commanded to do those things, but that don't mean that everybody's going to do it. It's just being real. That don't mean everybody's going to do it. You're going to have enemies out there. That's why he tells, the enemy goes through as a lion seeking who they may devour. So that's part of it. We have to be careful. But that's it. That's all I have to say on that one. He made it real clear, real plain. That's all I had to talk about on that when it comes to that. If you live for God, believe what he say. He gonna take you a mighty long way. And if you missed it, like I said, you watch the playthrough. Cause I'm gonna leave it up. Probably gonna download it. I'm gonna leave it up and everything. And it's gonna I'm gonna share it. So like I said, hope y'all learned something. I love y'all. I'm finna get ready for bed. That's the one thing I gotta do before I go to bed. But I had to get that message out there. I love y'all. Y'all take care.